Okay, students, our goal today is that you are going to be able to make sense of problems and persevere in solving them. Persevere means that you do not give up. Let's look at this little character right here. She's saying good math thinkers make sense of problems and think of ways to solve them. If they get stuck, they don't give up. This guy down here is saying, here, I listed what I know and what I'm trying to find. I've come up with a handy bookmark that should be able to help you. The first step you want to always do is make sure to read the problem carefully. Do a close read. So on line 1 here, let's write read. When we say close read, that means that you can highlight, okay? You can underline things, you can circle things. So put a little circle, do a line. That's going to remind you that you can circle and underline things in the story problem. And you're looking for key words. So I'm going to draw a little key. You could draw a little key there. And those are words that are going to help you determine what type of problem it is. Step 2, put a question mark. Okay, that means what's the question asking? So right here, what's the question? And again, put a line underneath the question. Make sure you understand the question, because if you don't understand the question, there's no going any further. You're not going to be able to answer it. Step 3, capital letters, info. So what information do you need to answer the question? So you have to go back to the question. Be careful, sometimes they give you too much information. Make sure you only pick out the information you need to answer the question. To help you, step 4, show it. Okay, maybe you can make a table. So let's draw a little symbol of a table. Not a table that you eat on, but a data table. Okay, can you draw a picture? Maybe draw a stick person. Draw some items like arrays. Okay, try to solve it. You're going to also want to do an equation. Okay, so when you show it, there's going to be 4 possible ways. Are we going to add, subtract, multiply, or divide? So that goes to step 5. You're going to put your mind to it and do it. But again, what are you doing? Are you multiplying? Are you adding? Are you subtracting? Or are you dividing? Here's a little trick. Usually, most of the time, when we multiply or add, the number gets bigger. And very often when we're subtracting or dividing, the number gets smaller. So if we go back and think about our question, is the answer, do you think, going to get smaller or bigger? That might help you. And you're going to look for words like total or split apart, words in the question that will lead you to that answer of, is it getting bigger? If so, it's probably multiplication or addition. Or if it's like breaking apart or reducing or taking away, it's probably subtraction or division. Okay? Number 6, you have to do your work and answer it. Then the last one, always ask yourself the question, does it make sense? For example, you and a friend go to the store. You each buy 5 bottles of water. How many did you buy? Again, you would draw a picture. You each bought 5. 5 and 5 is 10. If you came up with an answer of like 100, that doesn't make sense. So always stop and use common sense. Okay, we're going to try 1 or 2 problems using our bookmark. So have your bookmark handy. Okay, the first problem. Read it. Catherine has 2 crayons. She buys 4 more. How many crayons does Catherine have in all? Okay, so first of all, there's the question. I'm going to put a squiggly line under it. How many crayons does she have in all? In all. That sounds like it's going to be getting bigger. It's a total. So I'm thinking I can use probably addition, maybe multiplication. She has 2 crayons and she buys 4 more. Okay, I'm going to imagine myself going to the store. So I have the question, I have the info. I'm going to actually draw a little table here. I'm going to put crayons. She has 2, okay, and then she buys 4 more. Let's extend the table. And on the last part, I'll put total. Okay, so I'm showing it. I'm listing the information. I drew a table. Now, good math people don't just draw tables, they do what's called an equation. An equation has a left side and a right side. So by looking at this, I've determined that this is going to be addition. She goes into the store, and I know she already has 2. And then she buys 4 more. So here's the left side. We have an equal sign, and then we have to have a right side. So click pause and solve this problem. Welcome back. Did you add the 2 numbers? Did you come up with 6 in all? And ask yourself, okay, first of all, you're going to write the word answer, and you have to say 6 crayons. And let's circle that. And does that make sense? Yeah, that would make sense. You had 2, you had 4 more, you get about 6. I didn't come up with a crazy answer like 6 million. That would make sense. And notice my number got bigger. Go ahead, try number 2 on your own. Click pause. If you need help reading it, let's go over it first. Ruby has 5 Skittles. She finds another 6. How many Skittles does Ruby have in all? Okay, click pause. Use your bookmark. Try each step. Welcome back. Did you read it? Did you underline the question with a squiggly line? Did you think about what info they're looking for? How many Skittles does she have in all? I needed to know that she started out with 5 and then she found another 6. Okay? Click pause if you didn't already do that. Did you decide to draw a table? You could put a title on it, Skittles. She has 5. She finds 6. How many does she have in total or in all? Did you write an equation? With a left side and then a right side. Did you add them up and come with 11? Did you write your word answer? Did you put 11 Skittles? Did you ask yourself, does that make sense? And circle it. Okay, I want you to try 3 and 4 on your own. I'll read them to you. There are 5 oranges. 2 oranges more are added. How many are there in total? Again, use your bookmark. A close reading means you annotate, you underline, you circle, you figure out what the question is asking, and you pull out the information you need to answer it. Do that. Click pause and solve it. Number 4. There are 5 students sitting at each table. Again, there are 5 students sitting at each table. You might want to draw out a picture of a table and draw 5 little stick figures. The gym has 10 tables set up and they're all full. So you think about that. There's one table with 5, but there's 10 of them. How many students are there sitting at tables in the gym? Did you put a squiggly line under the question? Did you draw a table? Okay, so go ahead and solve that problem.